seems to be about to pull him in a little better there, folks.
10-4. Yeah, you're getting close. You might get a better grip on it this time around. I'll give you a little bit more audio. See if you can swing that antenna around a little bit more and see if you can't hit me upside the head with that thing. Homie the Clone, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast, undermodulated beast. And I think I got the gate ball in there, Drake.
Yeah, the big one is tomorrow. Burn down, sack down, and have a good day. Choosing on the at 918. Your bird dog working my undermodulated outdated radio.
Yeah, I got bird dog back up in here again, doggone it. Well, homie the Clown, I almost heard you. Mother Nature dipping and dabbing and flipping and flopping, Drake.
Yeah, that old 918 was just up here. Just sounded like he was sitting next to me. Have a good one, 918. I'll get my knees in the breeze. Take care and make sure you wear some clean underwear.
Hey, homie the Clown, did you get that antenna looking this way there, Drake?
Yeah, but I put a little bit in it right there, so it should be no strain, no pain there, 410.
You got that right. Wow. You put a little bit in it? Let me play that back for you real quick here and check it out.
Yeah, but I put a little bit in it right there, so it should be no strain, no pain there, 410.
There you go. Yeah, no pain, no strain. That's for doggone sure. You got a hammer down out here.
Hey, I want to try something real quick. Hey, I want to try something real quick. I got one fan that's real loud, and I got to try to figure out what I do with it. Give me a second there.
Okay.
I want to see if that cut down a little bit. I was trying to see if that cut down a little bit because Lord knows I don't want to spend some more money changing out these fans. They're 410?
Yeah, 10-4. Well, let's see. I'll give you a back-to-back comparison. Let me get rid of the dead air in between here. And then I'll play it back this way. You got that right. Wow. Hey, I want to try something real quick. Hey, I want to try something real quick. I got one fan that's real loud, and I got to try to figure out what I do with it. Give me a second there. Okay. I want to see if that cut down a little bit. I was trying to see if that cut down a little bit, because Lord knows I don't want to spend some more money. Hey, I want to try something real quick. Cut down a little bit, because Lord knows I don't... Yeah, it cut down a little bit. Not a lot, but it did cut it down.
Yeah, 410. I know which one it is. It's okay then. Hey, hey, Motormouth Mall, one day I'm going to grow up, man, and have some playback like that. Right now, I don't want to change nothing, because I'm on a mission. I need to knock the Cowbicker's heads off, you know, because homie don't play that. And that boy around Los Angeles, he's not a believer, so I'm going to knock his head off before I go to changing anything in my station. Now, 410?
Yeah, 10-4. Well, I think you're on the right track as it is right now, man. You got a hammer and a half out here, and some audio to boot. That's for doggone real. So I don't know what he's going to do when you put that thing up against his head, but I guarantee tell you he's going to have to come up with something to contend with that. But no, ain't nothing you got to change over there. That sounds 10-8 and straight there, Drake.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I really, hold on, I got this talk feedback real quick. Yeah, I'm kind of working on it slowly but surely. You know what I mean? I do like that full quieting though. I really do. Man, yours got that little slight audio in it. That's your little echo in the background. That's your style. But that Daniel song, man, boy, man, that got me good. That full quiet in that heat, man, I love that sound. 410?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Daniel's son's got a heck of a good sound. And, yeah, he runs less reverb than I do. He still has a little bit up in there. It's a little bit, but I think he probably runs a little bit less than I do. I got probably a little bit more of a tail on the back end there that I don't think he runs, but that's just a setting, on the PC. It's just a simple what do you call it? A slider you can move around and dial it in where you want, that kind of thing. But yeah, he's got some real audio. Are you still running that the Valiant? I picked up a couple of Viking 2s. Here, let me turn mine down a little bit. I'll turn this down here to where it's just flat, pretty much flat audio for you. See what you think about that. That should be more like what you're used to. Anyway, hey, you still got the Valiant in line to break?
No, believe it or not, you ain't gonna believe this. This is a Cobra 2000 with a Power D104 on it. I tried the stock mic. I'm going to put it on in a second here. But I like talking on this one, especially when I'm fighting. But that stock mic takes a little too much out for me, when I'm in fight mode. I'm always in fight mode. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be, because I know if I blow something, it's going to be a problem for me over here right now. Since that antenna failed, I had to redo it. But, I took my Johnson out of line. I don't want to use the Cobra 2000 for a receiver. I want to buy me a receiver sooner or later, then I may put it back in line if I decide to keep it there. 410?
Very cool. Okay. I got you. Cobra 2000's working. It sure does have some audio, and I don't think it's got quite as much bass, as you got more bass in the what do you call it, Johnson. But that Cobra 2000's got some audio. I mean, it's loud. And, I don't think I'd go back to a stock mic. I think I like it. I don't know. I haven't heard it yet, but I think I like what you got going on right now better. But then again, you can always put the stock mic on there and see. And for the receiver, you got to look at, before you go buy a real receiver like an old boat anchor type receiver, like a 390A or a Collins 75A4 or something like that, take a look at those little SDR receivers. Man, those SDR receivers are wild. And I'm going to be putting one in over here soon. And I think I'll switch over to it to break.
Yeah, this is the stock mic here, and I got the same setting on when I had the D104 on. I run it at 12 o'clock, but when I talk on my stock mic, I run it right here. So I run it about right here when I'm normally talking. But ain't too often I put this stock mic on there. 410.
10-4. Wow, you got to listen to the difference there. Check this out.
Yeah, this is the stock mic here. And I got the same setting on when I had the D104 on. I run it at 12 o'clock. But when I talk on my stock mic, I run it right here. So I run it about right here when I'm normally talking. But ain't too often I put this stock mic on there. 410.
10-4. Wow, there you go. Wow. That was, I guess you probably heard that, because I heard... got a text here that Derail over there in Georgia heard the Watergate of the stock mic to break.
Yeah, man, that really wasn't that bad. But yeah, I kind of like the other one because it opened up, especially when I'm fighting. I don't know, there's something about that audio when you're fighting, and they got this, that full quieting sound. But yeah, I was thinking about them receivers as well. 929, which is KG6FOS. That's who 929 is. He KG6FOS. I text you mine. I don't want to give it out on the big head. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, me and him do a lot of talking. We're going to do some jaw jacking today about some different things like that, because he finally got his set up over there. 410.
10-4, yeah. It's a good way to go because it gives you such versatility, you know, with bandwidth and you know, it lets you see everything in detail, you know, and it gives you a lot of control. So I kind of like them. They're a neat way to go. I've got a Flex 1500 over here, and then I have this little dongle. It's a RTL SDR, and it was working about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I had it at the house, and I had it all dialed in, and it was working. I shut the computer off, let it sit for a while. I came over here to the shack with it today. I plugged it in, and the damn program won't recognize the dongle anymore. I don't know what happened to it. So it's those kind of things. Those are the kind of things that drive me batty. And I don't really get into that too much, you know, but computers are kind of a necessary evil, I guess. But yeah, if you get one that's set up right and it works, I think they're pretty cool. But yeah, so what do you think about the audio now that I took out some of that reverb there, Rick?
Oh yeah, you know, I heard you. Your audio sound real good. I heard you one day. I was listening to one of your feeds where you start taking it out. Well, you know, because I kind of follow you. You know, actually, it notifies me when you post something, and I kind of follow mostly everything you do down there. And I heard you take it out before one of your gates, and I was like, wow, huge difference. Fuel quieted, man. I mean, it sounded real good. And like right now, the way you got it set, when you sound that loud echo, it's just kind of, ooh, man, you know, kind of run through this little brain of mine there. 14?
10-4. Yeah, it's neat to have the versatility on transmit and also receive. So yeah, you know, if you don't mind doing the computer thing, man, you can put one of these modulators and a little bit of a live Professor audio on that Cobra 2000. Ooh-wee. You never go back to the Johnson, the big.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. The 929, he originally got one of your type of setups to what you was doing. He was showing it to me. Well, he showed it to me a while back before I got back in the radio. When he was showing it to me, man, I was like, man, I ain't getting back in the radio. And I ended up going back to Georgia, man, and I seen Reverend Dr. 455, man, at that Georgia break, man. And on the way home, I told P. Diddy, I said, man, I think I'm going to come back, man. I called Bojangles on the way home, and I told him, I said, I want him to build me a 360,000, and P. Diddy started laughing. He said, man, you can't come back out with one of them again. That's a starter kit now. I said, well, what's wrong with that? And then he was telling me, you know, that I told Bo, let me call him right back, and me and P. Diddy went to talking, and then I told him, okay. I called Bo back and just had him start building everything. 410?
10-4. Yeah, a 3,000. It's a starter kit these days. That's right. Man, oh man, yeah, you know, I remember back when I first got on the bowl, and that was back into 2005, 6, thereabouts. You know, there was big stations I heard out here, you know, Doc Adams, and doing what he was doing down here with that 3CX 3000. I thought, man, that's what I got to get right there. So I jumped on the bandwagon and built that, and next thing you know now, just a couple of years later, a few years later, everybody's got 10s and 15s and 20s they're big, and pairs of them. So it's like, wow, I guess that's just what... And the times they are changing.
I said, man, that ain't inflation, that's robbery there, 410?
Yeah, 10-4. Roger D on that. Holy cow. What did this text say? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and key up there, derail. I got the thing. I got the antenna pointed your way out there to Georgia. I was just talking to Homie the Clown there, Rick.
Oh, go on, shoot Skip. I'll read the mail.
Oh, I don't know if we have conditions. Derail just said he could hear me at about 3 or 4 pounds out there, and so he said he was going to go ahead and key up. So we'll see if we can hear him. But man, no, it's good to talk to you. I'm going to I'll post this up on YouTube. You can hear the whole gate, and that way you can hear the playbacks. You know, as I should say not the playbacks, but you'll be able to hear the real deal as I recorded it without having to deal with the playback, because I'm probably only hitting you with about 1 or 2 units now anyway, right?
No, you still got me at about 3. You went down, but you got me at about 3. But I can hear everything you saying with no strain. Hell, I'm having to throw in I like that antenna you got. I'm throwing about 5,000. I'm swinging, but I'm throwing up, swinging up to 5,000 to talk to you. All right, Motor Mouth, man, it's always a pleasure, man, and I can't wait to put the handshakes on you next time I'm up that way, man. If you got time, and if you're up this way, just give me a call. My door is always open. Motor Mouth Mall, your home of the clowns, clear and gone.
410, absolutely. Yeah, it'd be good to put the handshake on you there, and if I get out that neck of the woods, I may be getting out there before you get out here. I'm not sure. Sometimes I find myself out that neck of the woods, so when I do, I'll certainly look you up, give you a call. And likewise, you come over here, roll the red carpet out for you. That's for Doggone Sure. And yeah, you're up in here fluctuating about 3, swinging to 5, and doing a hell of a job over here on this receiver. Sounding really good, and I got the video gate rolling, so you'll be able to see it and hear it. And this antenna is going to do a change. I'm going to undergo a change. I was going to make it shorter and more elements, and because I couldn't really figure out how to broadband it, making it longer. And then I stumbled across a magic solution, and so now I'm going to make it from 96 feet to 106 feet. I'm going to add 4 more elements, pick up 0.3 of a dB of gain, and make it broadbanded all the way flat, not just SWR flat, 1.2 to 1 all the way up to from 26.8 or 915 to, or just below 915 to 27.295. But the reactance is going to be down at like less than 5 all the way across the band. 0 in the middle and then no more than 5 at either end. So it's going to be a monster. So I got to get it down and make those changes. So I'll be doing that before long. I got all the elements, I got all the parts. I just haven't got the time to get into it there, Brick.
Man, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to tell 9. Me and 929, it's funny that you said that. I was telling 929, I don't know how he's going to all these bands, because I see he posts 26, and, all these different channels you be on. I said, man, I don't know how he's going, man, I go up there, I go off the roof. I said, well, I tune, I strictly for the bowl. But I said, man, I don't know how he's going to all that, but hey, I tell you, when you finish that, we going to name it Godzilla. I'll see you.
Yeah, I can't call it Resident Evil anymore because this one here is already called Resident Evil. So yeah, we'll be calling it Godzilla. All right, there. Hey, Homie the Clown, always a pleasure with the Double Measure, man. Good to hear you roll up in there. And I do believe we're doing this, if I ain't mistaken, we're doing this without any kind of special weird conditions. I think this is point-to-point to break.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. So I think it's going to be on a normal basis, but usually I can always hear you, though, too. No doubt. All right, Motor Mouth Mall, God bless till we do it again. If the good Lord say the same. You know who it is. Up here in these killing fields, 63, sometimes called Homie the Clown. Getting on down.
410, sounds good. You have a good day out there. Enjoy your Independence Day, and we'll catch you a little bit later on. Homie the Clown, Motor Mouth Mall, your West Coast under modulated beast. Got down. Hey, D-Rail, I heard you, I did. Hey, D-Rail, out there on Georgia, what's going on to Breaker? Right, you're on 61. Okay, well, I can't get a good grip on you. You're right there in the noise level, but I did hear you. Hey, no doubt about that. Hello to you one more time again. D-Rail, Motor Mouth Mall, right here, right now.
for one.
I heard you say you rolled a 5, but I didn't get who that was that you were talking about and talking to, so I'll get back on the side there. Derail, Motormouth Mall, you're under modulated West Coast Beast, right here, right now.